tradition continues tonight. Every candle that is lit here on the National Mall represents a life taken too soon, and our hope is that no more families will ever have to experience this heartbreak. As we mark 45 years of MADD's mission, we honor not only those who've been killed, but we also those who live with the life-altering consequences of impaired driving. Take a moment to look around you. This is more than a ceremony, it's a coalition. And I want to recognize the survivors, the victim families, supporters, the advocates, volunteers, law enforcement officers, and elected officials who continue to stand with us in this fight. You'll hear from several powerful voices tonight. Each one is a testament to courage and resilience. I'd also like to now welcome members from a couple of local Girl Scout troops here in the nation's capital, who are very special to me because my daughters grew up in the Girl Scouts of the National Capital area. And so they are joining us today for the presentation of flags and the Pledge of Allegiance. Can we please stand, if you're able?
Color guard, attention! Color guard, present the colors. Please join us in stating the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard at ease. Audience at ease.
So I think we will now have the MADD National Ambassadors to lead a victim tribute.
I join you this evening as a MADD National Ambassador, someone who has experienced profound loss when a drunk driver took my older brother, John Michael Patrick Jr. I want to begin by honoring each of you, whether you attend carrying the memory of someone you love, or you yourself are living with the lasting injuries and trauma caused by substance-impaired driving. We gather as a community to lift one another up, to bear witness to the pain and the resilience, and to remind each other that no one fights alone. Together, we remember, we grieve, we honor, and we shine a light of awareness so that others may never have to endure what we have. I want to acknowledge my fellow national ambassadors who volunteer their time speaking at events, talking to the media, and most importantly, sharing their stories. It's those stories. Matter of fact, each of our stories. Whoop! See there? They don't want to hear where they're going to hear us. It is each of our stories that show the true impact of impaired driving. And so tonight, as we speak the names of our loved ones, as we acknowledge the journeys of survivors, let us hold space for both grief and hope. Let me repeat that. And hope. Pain and resilience. And remembrance. Connection and love. I welcome my fellow National Ambassador, Bob Norman, to come and lead us in invocation. Thank you.
Good job, Priska. Thank you. I'm National Ambassador Bob Nolman. I come here in memory and to remind everyone of my loss of my beautiful 22-year-old son, Danny. He's with me every day. Let us pray. We hold in our hearts the victims and survivors of impaired driving, those whose lives have been changed forever, and those whose memories inspire us to act. For those we have lost, we ask for a moment of quiet reflection. Though their voices are silenced, we feel their presence here today in this room, in this beautiful area, and in our hearts. It's their memory that fuels our purpose and strengthens our resolve. To the survivors, we offer our unwavering support. We know the world has kept turning while yours stopped, and we're humbled by your resilience. You're a powerful voice for change, showing us that hope can be found even in the deepest grief. We are here with you, and you are not alone. To our volunteers and staff, we give our profound thanks. Your tireless dedication, compassion, and commitment are the foundation of this organization. You turn pain into purpose and grief into action, working on the front lines to help victims and save lives. Your service is an inspiration to us all. Finally, we celebrate the monumental step forward, the HALT law. It is a law. Landmark legislation that strengthens our nation's fight against impaired driving by advancing technology to prevent these tragedies. We finally have a tool that overrides criminal behavior through remarkable technology. This victory reflects the collective power of advocacy, collaboration, and determination, a testament to what we can achieve when we unite for a common cause. But Lord, we need the HALT Act's swift implementation. We need you to get behind us all the way. Help us to get it on the fast track. 10,000 precious lives every year hang in the balance, and every day that passes is a lost opportunity. 10,000 is a staggering number. This conference has been a beacon of hope and catalyst for change. Let our critical work be productive, our strategies be innovative, our shared mission to create a nation with no more victims be our guiding light. And this victory reflects the collective power of advocacy, collaboration, and determination, a testament that we can achieve when we all unite for a common cause. You've all been part of this, and Lord, thank you for giving us all the strength to work in this regard. We've come together for a singular purpose. Impaired driving stops and ends here with our untiring efforts on earth and with help from above. Thank you for allowing us to save so many lives. I say, may it be so, and together may you all say, Amen. And now, please welcome my friend and MADD National Ambassador, Erin Rollins, who will offer a very touching poem.
Hello and welcome. My name is Erin Rollins, and I have a poem I would love to share with you. It's called In Time of Sorrow by author unknown. May you see the light on the path ahead when the road you walk is dark. May you always hear, even in your hour of sorrows, the gentle singing of the lark. When times are hard, may hardness never turn your heart to stone. May you always remember when the shadows fall, you do not walk alone. I now welcome my friend and also a fellow MADD National Ambassador, Tammy Duffy, who also would like to share a prepared poem.
Thank you. I'm MADD National Ambassador Tammy Duffy. I'm here today to honor my 18-year-old daughter, sister, and
cousin and every one of you who have lost somebody or have been injured by drunk driving. I'd like to read a poem. It's titled, I Heard Your Voice in the Wind Today, written by Anonymous. I heard your voice in the wind today, and I turned to see your face. The warmth of the wind caressed my face as I stood silently in place. I felt your touch in the sun today as its warmth filled the sky. I closed my eyes for your embrace, and my spirit soared high. I saw your eyes in the window pane as I watched the falling rain. It seemed as each raindrop fell, it quietly said your name. I held you close in my heart today. It made me feel complete. You may have died, but you are not gone. You will always be a part of me. As long as the sun shines, the wind blows, the rain falls, you will live on inside me forever, for that is all my heart knows. I'd like to now introduce my fellow National Ambassador, Stephen.
Good evening, my name is Stephen Benvenisti, and 36 years ago, a drunk driver did this to me. At MADD, we have a long history of saying the names of those who have been injured, killed, or impacted in some way by impaired driving. On this 45th anniversary of Mothers Against Drunk Driving, we continue this practice and this powerful tradition. The statistics show the numbers, but the names remind us of the people, those whose lives were cut short, those who have survived to carry the weight of this 100% preventable crime. Each one cherished, each and every person remembered, always. At this point, I'm going to ask my fellow national ambassadors to come up to share the names of their loved one lost, their loved one injured, or if they themselves were injured or impacted, their own name. Please say your name into the microphone and please stand behind me. So please come up. Just please.
John Michael Patrick Jr.
Dan Nullman.
Myself, Aaron Rollins.
Caitlin Duffy.
My son, Austin Lockwood.
My son, Alec Flores.
My sons, Caden Michael and Samuel Kingston.
And then we all have the honor and privilege of sharing those national ambassadors who could not be with us tonight. National Ambassador Clara Shelton, Sam, for Darlene Pechleke, Del and Deshauna, for Erica Lynn, Henrietta, and Carmelo Spezzi. I'd now like to ask each and every one of you to come forward to honor a loved one lost, someone injured, or if it's your own journey, by speaking those names aloud in the microphone, and then I'm going to ask you to please return to your seat. So please come up and say your name of your loved one into the microphone. National ambassadors, please continue to stand behind me if you don't mind.
Irene Harris. I'm going to say Irene Ruth Harris, my sister. Thank you.
Benjamin Montalvo, my son.
My aunt, Lorraine Post.
My son, Nicholas Barton.
My sister, Rima Abbas, brother-in-law, Isam Abbas, niece, Isabella, and niece, Giselle, and nephew, AJ Abbas.
My father, Dean Waldron, my stepmother, Sherry Waldron, my 4-year-old brother, Shane Waldron, and my 12-year-old brother, Adrian Waldron.
My 19-year-old son, Dominic.
My son, Timothy White Huddleston.
My daughter, Ruby, and my son, Hart.
My daughter, Madeline Cruzy.
My son, Braun Levy.
My son, Angel David Salas.
Myself, Andrea Berry.
My 13-year-old daughter, Janet Marie Hardy.
My beautiful daughter, Shalisa Lacole J. Mills, and also any and all of the other families from South Carolina that are not able to be here.
My daughter, Courtney Taylor, and my granddaughter, Amaya Taylor.
My father, Dr. Robert Geronimus.
My beautiful son, Blake Roan Sabinski.
Myself, Tamika Buck. My son, Javarius 19. My youngest son, Chase 8.
My daughter, Heather Nicole Miller.
My husband, Kevin Archibald.
My daughter, Abby Scheibelhut, and her boyfriend, Bryce King.
My son, Joseph Pasqualini, and my nephew, Troy Faust.
My father, Jim Nazer.
My mother, Mary Rizzo, and my father, Dr. Vincent Rizzo.
My uncle, Dr. Michael Rizzo.
Our grandson, Austin Lockwood.
My son, Julian Tinoco.
My son, Elijah, forever 22.
My 12-year-old son, Darius Javon Brown.
My grandfather, Emery Hall, my aunt, Joyce Hall, and my son, Emery Wyatt Becker, forever 25.
Our son, Emery Becker.
My daughter, Ricky Grace.
My son, Rashid Soiree Conte.
My niece, Ricky Grace, and her friend, Megan Grace.
My fiance, Quincy Austin Benbow, and his best friend, Samir Gawani.
Our 12-year-old son, Andrew McMorris.
Tyra Didi Small Jackson.
Caitlin James.
My goddaughter's son, Austin Lockwood.
My mom and dad, Rasul and Anila of Zili, and me, Jenna.
Say your name.
My name is Azam.
He's a survivor.
My husband, Sherman Richardson.
My son, Zachary Dawson.
My son, Noah Benadu.
My 10-year-old baby girl, Brooklyn May Carroll.
My daughter, Brooklyn Carroll.
My sister, Lisa Stree.
My daughter, Zoe Fisher.
My daughter, forever 21, Maya Gabriela Cencino Martinez.
My husband, Chris Schultz.
My son, Picasso Elijah Keaton, forever 27.
My son, Patrick Ledoux. Today's his birthday.
My son, Andrew Isaac Martinez, always 30.
My son, Kyle Herman.
Our 18-year-old daughter, Caitlin Madison Thomas.
Our daughter, Riley Deerstock, who was killed, and her boyfriend, Jared Nichols, who was injured.
My daughter, Kennedy Seegers, and my nephew and his best friend, Logan Johnson and Damon Jones.
Julia Constrand, a victim from the state of Maine, and my little sister, Darcy Hutchinson. Our 19-year-old daughter, Amelia Nicole Hobart.
My mom, Joan Roa. My dad, John Plutarco Roa. My brother, John Plutarco Roa II. And myself, Penny. Thank you.
My daughter, Jeronisha Manette Carter, from Louisiana, forever 23.
My 15-year-old daughter, Brooklyn Hanson.
My son, Bobby Debris, killed on his 21st birthday.
My daughter, Shaylin Significance Crosby, age 21.
My brother, Matthew Klotzbach.
My godfather, Jerry Pugliese, and totally separately, different occasion, myself.
My dad, Richard Meyer, and Alexis Wheeler and JT Jackson, victims from Nebraska.
My big sister, Caitlin Duffy, and her best friend, Sabrina Mundorf.
My daughter, Caitlin Elizabeth Duffy, forever 18.
My son, Robert Thomas, his friend Megan Branham, and his girlfriend who survived, Nevaeh Brown.
My son, Marcos Faguada, age 4, and survivors, my sister, Mayra de Catalan, and my nephew, Tiago de Catalan.
Our daughter, Alyssa Joy Withers.
Our son, Case Dwayne Clark.
My 21-year-old daughter, Azalea Park. My son, Brian Paulette.
Myself, Brittany Cass, and today's my birthday, and I'm grateful to be here. Happy birthday.
My son, Noah Blonder.
My parents, Shelley and Bobby Hinkle, and my grandma, Juanita Cantrell.
My son, Ryan Zadrozny.
Our son, Ethan Jeffrey Small.
My nephew, Dalton Makepeace McCrary, and my son-in-law, Jordan Mulu Mulu.
My friends, John and Sarah Wheat.
My 28-year-old daughter, Ananice Rose Fauché.
My son, Cole Sutton, forever 25.
My nephew, Bradley Swenson.
My big sister, Heather Peterson.
My dad, Albert Brown, forever my dad.
Our daughter, Elizabeth Aubrey Tucker.
My youngest daughter, Malika Smith, forever 20, from Austin, Texas.
My son, Jacob Akers.
Myself, Brenda Lopez, and my dear friend's son, Scott Leister.
Aaron Hauk, forever 15.
My sister, Stacy Gammon Sankerfeld.
My father-in-law, Miguel Aragon, in 1983.
Our son from New Mexico, Andrew Isaac Martinez.
My son, DeAndre A. James, Capitol Heights, Maryland, 2021.
My friends, Sean and Germania Huntington and Amy Lopez.
My sister, Lynn Rosenbush, and her husband, John Fowerby.
A survivor, Stephanie Ronan from North Carolina, who couldn't make it here today.
Our daughter, Tess Rowland, survivor.
Tommy Gomes from Rhode Island.
I would like to share that behind every single name that you heard is a story, a beautiful memory, a past remembered, moments treasured, and while we don't have time in this setting to share all of those stories tonight, the simple act of speaking each name affirms that the story exists, that it matters, and it will live on forever. I want to thank all of you who've come here for sharing the precious names, for allowing us to connect and to share in your support and in your sorrow. If I may, I would like to now welcome our friend and fellow National Ambassador, Sheila Lockwood, to come and lead us in a moment of silence. Sheila.
Thank you. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor those whose names have been spoken and to the many others who have been impacted. At this time, we will light our candles to signify bringing light during dark times, warmth and strength to those who are filled with sorrow and pain, and hope for the future in which impaired driving is ended. I welcome fellow National Ambassador Tara Repka Flores to read an excerpt of the book Unthinkable by Kyle Bacchus, who wrote the book in support of families confronting catastrophic injury and death.
Walking gently. Working through grief is not a straight path. You may be angry, withdrawn, or sad. And yet, here is the world going on around you as if nothing had changed. At the gas station, the grocery store, in the workplace, or wherever you need to be. It can seem as if others are all experiencing the rainbows and sunsets of life, and you're not. Then again, you're also not wearing a sign on your chest as you walk into the grocery store that says, "My mother was killed yesterday," and of course, neither is anybody else. With that recognition comes a new awareness that can arise out of loss. Don't ever take for granted what's happening in other people's lives. Don't assume you're the only one who's reeling, who's suffering in one way or another. We can't know what others are experiencing, so perhaps it's best to be a little kinder in our interactions with the people we encounter. That's one choice you can make to walk more gently through the world. Life is short. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. We hear things like this all the time. But on the other side of unexpected loss, we have a new appreciation for the reality in those words. And if there is no guarantee of tomorrow, how do you want to spend today? When a loved one is killed or catastrophically injured, there may have been a lot of things on their bucket list that they never got to check off. There may have been things that they loved to do that put a smile on your face whenever they came to mind. Or one way to honor their memory is to complete that bucket list or do some of the things that they love to do. That's a second choice to make, to cherish the day, perhaps in a way that they might have cherished too. Thank you, Mr. Bacchus, for your support of victims of these crimes, as well as others who suffer tragedies they never expected. Now I welcome MADD Ambassador Michelle Ramsey to close this portion of the tribute.
Thank you. I stand before you guys as a survivor, but I also stand here as a representative of my two sons who were victims. So we thank you all for being a part of this special tribute during MADD's 45th anniversary event. These moments are never easy. They ask us to remember, and at times relive, some of the hardest moments of our lives. But we do this together because we will not forget those who have been impacted and because their stories remind us why our mission matters. As we concluded this time of tribute, it is my honor to invite Stacy Stewart back to the podium to lead us into a special recognition of MADD's former national presidents.
Thank you, Michelle. And that was beautiful. Thank you to all the national ambassadors. We're really excited and proud that you all are working with us and working so hard. It means a lot to all of us, so thank you. To honor the legacy of MADD's work, I want to thank all of our former national presidents. Many of them are here and have been with us for the past couple of days. I was going to ask you all to come up, but I think what we're going to do is do it a little differently. I can ask them to come up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will ask you to come up. Okay. I saw the look of disappointment. I was worried about, was it too much? No. Okay. I'd like to ask you all to come up to the stage, and we'd like to present each of you a medal for your contributions. Stephanie's going to help me. And I'd like to call your names. If you want to come on up, it's fine. Okay.
Can you get her? Do you need help?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, come on up so we can see you. The first is Alex Adi.
Okay. Love you.
Second is Glenn Birch. Next is Jan Withers. Next is Carolyn Nunnally. Next is Wendy Hamilton. Next is Tess Rowland. And next is Millie Webb. We also want to honor the former presidents who were not able to be here with us in person this evening. Candace Leitner, Helen Whitty, Catherine Prescott, Colleen Sheehy Church, Rebecca Brown, Milo Kirk, and Mickey Sadoff. Can we give them a round of applause, please? And finally, we would like to hold a moment of silence for the former presidents who have passed away and whom we continue to hold near and dear in our hearts. I'll call their names and we'll have a moment of silence. Nina Walker, Laura Dean Mooney, Norma Phillips Thorworth. To each of the former presidents, thank you for your leadership. You all are amazing, and you all are inspiring. You've helped us turn grief into grace. You've led us the past couple of days, and you continue to lead us even beyond your years as national presidents. And we are so grateful for everything that you've done to turn your heartbreak into hope. Would you all please do the honors of presenting the portraits of healing? And we're going to ask Alex Adi to lead us in that. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you all so much. My name is Alex Adi. I was national president in 2021 and 2022. I was injured by a drunk driver over 15 years ago. One of the things that is so hard about being a survivor or a victim of a preventable crime is that other people forget. We will never be able to forget. I use my story as an example a lot. The offender who ran me over was charged $250 and got to go home. There will never be a single second that I get to forget what he did to me because I put a leg on every morning. That's why you're here. We will never forget, and we stand with you in that. These portraits of healing are done by artist Bill Small as a symbolism of how we remember. We remember your loved ones, we remember you, and we want to acknowledge that today. So each of us will be presenting one to a national ambassador. As a former national president and an injured survivor, I, Alex Adi, present to you Stephen Benvenisti, this portrait of healing to honor your impact.
Thank you. As a former national president and Courtney's dad, and my hat's off to you mothers, I, Glenn Birch, present to Bob Nullen, in honor of Danny Nullman, this honorary healing portrait.
Thank you, Glenn.
Yes, sir. Okay, this is my pleasure.
As former MADD national president and Alyssa's mother, I, Jan Withers, award you this honor. I'm sorry, I forgot to say, Priska Patrick, please come up here and take this beautiful portrait of remembrance of your brother, Michael. Yes. Let me hang. You next.
As former national president, Carolyn Nunley, Patty's mom, and friend of the 26 that were killed with her, I, Carolyn Nunley, would like to present to Terry Repka Flores this beautiful portrait of her son, Alex, to remember him.
As former MADD national president and Becky's sister and Timmy's aunt, I, Wendy Hamilton, present to you Tammy Duffy, this portrait of healing in honor of your daughter, Caitlin.
I'll pass the mic to you when we're done. As a former MADD national president and an injured survivor, I, Tess Rowland, present to you, Aaron Rollins, this portrait of healing to honor your impact. You're going to stand up?
Try to.
Okay.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Millie Webb, and one of the former national presidents, and I'm honored to be here with you all tonight. I stand tonight in honor of my husband, Roy, an injured victim, my daughter, Karen, injured victim, and my, as a bereaved parent, to my daughter, Lori, and my nephew, Mitch. And I'm so honored. I would like for Sheila Lockwood to come up, and I'm so honored to give this to Sheila. This special portrait of her son, Dustin. And we're so proud of you for what you're doing in his honor. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, Alex. That's me, huh?
Hey, I spent a lot of my life in a wheelchair. We're all here for it. As an injured survivor and a former national president, I, Alex Otti, present to Michelle Ramsey Hawkins a portrait of healing in honor of her sons, Caden and Samuel. To the national ambassadors, I want to say that I am forever in awe of you, as I am all of the former national presidents who stand with me. My time as national president was simultaneously the hardest and most beautiful of my life. There is nothing easy about continuing to share the worst day of your life with strangers. To this day, there are days I tell the story like it didn't even happen to me, and there's days I'm crying so hard I can't say the words. Not many people understand that, but all of you do. While it is both the most difficult thing I have ever done, it is also an incredible honor to be able to represent and stand in the gap for so many people who either can't speak for themselves or aren't in a place to do so yet. Through my time as national president, I got to know so many people whose loved ones I will never meet, but I feel like I know them through them. I feel that way about Austin. We're almost the same age, and I can't imagine not knowing his family. I feel that about the Abbas family. There are so many people here who I was excited to see, but am devastated by the circumstances that brought us here. This is a club we never wanted to join, but once we're in it, we can't get out. There is nothing easy about what you do and what you're about to do. Not many people understand what it feels like to have to go stand in front of strangers over and over again. Please know that we are here for you. We've lived it. We've done it, and we're here to be with you, hold your hand, and stand in the gap on the hard days and celebrate the good ones with you. Nothing that we do is going to change what happened to us. I've said that in every meeting that I've had today. Absolutely no conversation we have, no law we change is going to change what happened. But we believe that by doing this, we can prevent it from happening to other people. I am amazed by all of you and so thankful to you for doing this. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Stacy.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate that. And thank you all again for the special victim tribute. The last 2 days have really captured a pivotal moment in our mission to end drunk and impaired driving, highlighting innovation, remembrance, and action. For 45 years, MADD has led the charge for stronger laws, for greater awareness of this preventable crime, and support for victims and survivors and families. We have made great strides, but we know there is still so much more to do. We're stepping into that next chapter right now by embracing the power of technology, and we've got a lot on display here tonight, and we did also yesterday, as you all know. And MADD, we believe anti-drunk driving technology is the best solution. It's the best solution we have to address this preventable crime. This innovation will save, it will save 10,000 lives each year, and it's available now. With the Halt Drunk Driving Law, we're at the point where a rule needs to be made, it needs to be written to determine which technologies will ultimately be adopted, and we're neutral at MADD on which systems should be standardized. We just want it to work, and we want it to be in cars now. Now you're going to hear from leaders in government who are keeping this issue top of mind. We've met with a lot of leaders in government today. We're going to hear from some more tonight. And I am really, really so thrilled that we all had it. Did y'all have a great day on the Hill today? It was amazing. All the meetings that we got a chance to be in, I think, were helpful to the members, helpful to us. The stories you all told made a huge difference. All the meetings that I was in, the victims and survivors, you all made the difference. And it was your voices that are going to carry the day to make sure that we get HALT ultimately fully implemented. I know we've got folks arriving. I know we already have some members that are here. I just saw Representative Debbie Dingell arrive. If she's ready to come forward to speak, we'd love to have her. We also are expecting some others as well. If she's not ready, she doesn't have to come. It's fine. But we're certainly pleased to have members of Congress that are with us and have been with us every step of the way, especially Representative Dingell. I know you all have heard the story of how much she's been a champion for this. We would not have, and there are others to thank as well in this, but certainly one that we need to thank for getting the HALT Act over the line is Representative Debbie Dingell from the great state of Michigan, who has been one of our biggest champions and has been friends with the Abbas family and has been amazing in helping us to get as far as we've gotten, and hopefully will continue to be with us as we continue to move forward. So, Representative Dingell, please come forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and it's an honor to be with you. Not because this is a vigil as you remember those that you loved and knew that have died, but by being here, we continue to raise awareness about how this shouldn't be happening. I'm with my friends, the Abbas family, who are the one, they are not. Their family were friends. We knew the whole family, the kids, the parents, and I was at their funeral, the mosque, that night. And their classmates came up to me, not them, not the adults, the classmates, the 8-year-olds, the 10-year-olds, the 12-year-olds. They surrounded me and they said, the technology exists that would have kept this from happening. Why haven't you done something about it? Those were kids. So I looked at them and said, I'm on it. And I called Ford Motor the next morning and said, this is our family, this is our community. And I was determined to get it done. And, you know, you had to talk to the companies, but we got it through the House, and my partner, who I think you heard from today, Senator Lujan, who is my dearest friend. The Senate is where, I said this to some of you last night, the Senate is frequently where a bill goes to die, and Ben Ray would not let that happen. And we got it through the Congress. And now, I heard that you all had a very powerful meeting today at DOT with the Secretary. And the about to be, here comes my friend, Gus Bilirakis, who's a member of the committee, and we're bipartisan. But I heard the Secretary really heard you. The soon-to-be administrator of NHTSA is here. General Counsel is here. And we have made a commitment to work together to get this done. These issues should never be partisan. If we can save a life, we've got a responsibility to do so. So I think of my friends every day, and for all of you who lost someone, we are fighting in their memory, and we want to keep other families forever experiencing what you have had to. That's our commitment. And I know Gus is going to be right there with me getting it done, as well as DOT. Thank you.
Is that okay? I'm glad. I know you had to get out of here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you. Brenda, thank you and your family as well. Appreciate it. You also heard that Representative Gus Bilirakis is here. We're so grateful to him for his leadership and would like for him to come up and make a few comments.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for being here. It really makes a big difference when you come to D.C. And yeah, we've got my friend over here. Folks, your advocacy really made a difference. And we are making so much progress. But this organization is extremely strong. And you can influence Washington, D.C. if you work hard enough to get it done. So we appreciate you so very much. Thanks for coming up. It's truly an honor to be here with all of you. I want to start by thanking each and every one of you, not just for being here, but for the strength, the courage, and determination you bring to this movement. Many of you have turned unimaginable heartbreak into powerful advocacy. You've taken pain and transformed it into purpose. And because of your efforts, our roads are safe, our laws are stronger, and countless lives have been saved. We appreciate you so very much. And I tell you what, I know it's very difficult. My father lost a son recently, in the last couple of years, so I know what it's like. But again, you're advocating on behalf of your son and your friends' sons, what have you, daughters, what have you, and really, it couldn't be done without you. Now, Debbie did a great job in the House, and I was right there with her, and I know Ben Ray real well. And it does take a non-partisan effort, or you can call it a bipartisan effort, but these are not partisan issues at all. And we're going to continue to work to keep our families safe on the road. You're not just honoring the memory of loved ones, you are building a future where fewer families have to experience the kind of loss that brought so many of you here to MADD. It's not a small thing. Again, you're going to make a lasting impact. Particularly, we're talking about this particular technology. I know that I see the work you're doing. Really, everyone sees the work you're doing. I support your mission. I think you know that. And I stand with you in the fight to end impaired driving and support victims and their families. So you're not alone in this. Thank you for your relentless advocacy, your compassion, and your commitment to making our communities safer. You are truly making a difference every day. Thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity. God bless you, and may their memories be eternal. Thank you, Representative. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. 9 generations.
My wife.
Thank you so much, Representative Bilirakis. We appreciate it. We do have others that are arriving. A couple of things I want to do, though, is we have been obviously talking about the technology that exists. You all know about the DADS technology that has been funded for many, many years. There's a DADS car right here. This is just one example of the many evolutions in technology that we're excited about, and we heard again a lot about it yesterday. To say a little bit more about dads and about all of the efforts that have been underway for many, many years to make sure that we have anti-drunk driving technology available, I'd like to ask Rob Strasburger, President and CEO of the Automotive Coalition for Traffic Safety, to say a little bit more about the organization's current efforts. Rob? Let's give him a round of applause, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie and Stacy. I'll always get that backwards. But for reminding me here this evening, I'm honored to stand with MADD in support of a future where there are no more victims. Tonight we gather to remember those we've lost to drunk driving and to support the families whose lives have been forever changed. Tonight is about hope, but it is about something I think even more, and that is evident these last 2 days. Tonight is about seizing the building momentum that is propelling us towards a world without drunk driving, using in-vehicle technology as one important building block. Carpe momentum, seize the momentum. MADD has believed in this promise from the very beginning, understanding that innovation can be a powerful tool to prevent these tragedies. Automakers responded by embracing this challenge to make vehicles ever smarter and safer, not to just reduce drunk driving deaths, but to eliminate them. That was our mission and our commitment to every family represented here tonight. Now our work, and that of many others, is proving that elimination is within our reach. Yesterday's announcement by the IIHS that it would soon add impairment detection criteria for its top Safety Pick Plus award is the best evidence of this. Yet now is not the time for rest, for we have important work ahead of us if we are to reach our shared vision. As for dads, starting this month, we will begin shipping engineering development kits to leading automakers and their suppliers for the first passive breath sensor technology. This Thank you. This technology is simple and seamless. By the time you close the door and put on your safety belt, the sensor will already know if you're over the legal limit. If you haven't had any alcohol, you won't even know it's there. If alcohol is detected above the legal limit, the car won't move. With these development kits, automakers and suppliers can begin their important work of integrating this life-saving technology into their future vehicles and products. At the same time, they can continue the essential consumer research necessary to bring it to market. Over the next few months, the DADS program will be working to complete the final design package for this breath sensor. With this design package, vehicle manufacturers will be able to advance their own engineering and development, validation testing efforts. Safety system suppliers will be able to begin developing the supply chains and the procedures needed to manufacture this sensor through the highly automated processes necessary to supply the U.S. market. This is a major milestone, but this is also where our work as technology developers must be joined with MADD, with the work of MADD and others, as our biggest challenges lie ahead of us. We must prepare consumers in the market to gain their trust and confidence in the technology solutions to prevent impaired driving. Manufacturing capability and capacity must be established. DADS is a marathon, and we are now extending the baton. To realize a future without drunk driving requires that the alcohol industry, the automotive industry, government, insurance companies, and consumer advocates unite to finish this marathon to realize the future we all envision. We all know drunk driving has a huge economic cost to society. This is a public health solution, an investment that pays dividends not to automakers, but to communities and families. To commemorate MADD's 45th anniversary, to honor those we have lost, and to support the victims and their families so that there are no more victims, it is now time to roll up our sleeves, to work together to get this done. Carpe momentum. Let's seize the momentum. Thank you.
That's so great, Rob.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
So much.
It's been a great 2 days.
It has been.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that, Rob. Also, I wanted to ask another individual to come up. You have heard now about seeing machines, and I think it's really helpful for those that weren't able to hear some of the discussion on the technology. Another opportunity we have is in working with Seeing Machines, and today we have Mike Linné, the Chief Safety Officer at Seeing Machines. We'd like for him to come up and share a little bit more about its innovative vision for helping us achieve our shared vision of ending impaired driving. Is Mike here? Yep. There you are. I didn't see you. Good to see you.
So much.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, and could I say at the outset that I'm very honoured and humbled to be at an event like this today. Thank you again to MADD and for the 45th anniversary celebrations. We're very aware that many people here have and continue to experience loss, and we offer our condolences. We know that in 2006 that MADD launched a bold campaign to eliminate drunk driving that focused on 4 elements. And one of those 4 elements was centred on developing an in-vehicle technology solution to stop drunk driving. At Seeing Machines, our vision is to get people home safely, and it has been for the last 26 years. The science on how to do this has been known for decades. Today, the technology now allows us to bring that science to the roads around the world. And yesterday at the conference, we announced that at Seeing Machines, we launched our advanced drunk driving detection capability that will be on roads around the world starting next year. And it's fantastic that we can do this alongside everyone here at the MADD conference and really help realise our shared vision, which is to get everyone home safely. We and other industry players do this using a technology called driver monitoring, which is essentially an in-car sensor that is observing what is happening to the individual. It does use a camera or cameras. There are protections around this, but it delivers a fundamental safety benefit that has not been able to be delivered before now. For Seeing Machines alone as a company, this technology is already in almost 4 million cars around the world today, right now. Some of them, a very small number, are here in the United States, protecting drivers from distraction and drowsiness or fatigue. And through rigorous research and development with universities here in the US and with US safety bodies, we've adapted this technology to address alcohol impaired or drunk driving. And we're exceptionally proud that we announced that here at this anniversary meeting. And as has already been noted, we absolutely echo the statements around the potential of in-vehicle technology to save in excess of 10,000 lives per year and many hundreds of thousands of seriously injured people. In reality, the reason this technology is so mature is because of the regulatory activity in Europe. In Europe, from July 2026, every new car, van, truck or bus that is registered for sale in Europe must have an in-vehicle technology that detects and acts on driver distraction and driver drowsiness. From the 1st of January 2026, that is only in a few months' time, the European National Crash Assessment Program which is the consumer advocacy that offers star ratings for consumers to help them buy safe cars, will start rewarding manufacturers who introduce an alcohol detection or a non-fatigue impairment detection into their car. So from January next year, there will be vehicles appearing on roads in Europe from a range of industry players, including Sing Machines, that will in real time act on a driver who is drunk in Europe from January 2026, not 2036, 2026. So Europe is very much leading the way in terms of helping this technology get onto the road, out of the lab and onto the road. For the United States, we made submissions last year to NHTSA's Advance Notice of Proposed Rulemaking and proposed a roadmap for how it could be implemented sensibly in the United States. But clearly we need to act. To save lives in the US, we need to collectively build upon the tremendous momentum and initiative and drive from groups such as MADD and all the energy that went behind the passing of the HOLT Act. But as has been noted already, the job is not done. Everyone on the road should be entitled to safety, and we absolutely need regulation right now to make that happen, and we need to stay focused on that goal. The technology is here, it's in cars around the world, we need to turn it on for impairment now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to ask the California delegation, anyone from California, if you would please come forward if you'd like to, because I'd also like to invite Representative Kiley from California to join us at the podium. We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And anyone from MADD California,
Guys, how are you?
please come forward.
So good to see you. Thank you very much. Wonderful to see you. Hey, how are you? Hi there. Wonderful to see you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We got a good California crew. That's great. How are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
So good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to join for this this very important event. And I want to say first and foremost, thank you to those of you. I mean, especially from California. I have a little bias from my own state, but all of you who have become such powerful advocates and have. For those of you who have lost sons and daughters, the beautiful people and these portraits or other loved ones, and taken that unimaginable tragedy and your personal grief and translated that into advocacy so that you could share your message, share your story to spare other moms and dads from having to go through what you went through. It's incredibly inspiring. The work you do saves lives, many, many lives, every single year in California, across the country, and across the world. And the story of MADD actually began in my district with an accident in Fair Oaks, of course, several decades ago. And over the years, MADD has used the tools of public education, of changes to our laws, of changes in norms when it comes to social behavior, to systematically try to end this absolute plague of drunk driving related injuries and deaths in this country. And we've come so far, but we still have a long way to go. And I think this next phase of getting us to zero drunk driving related deaths each year that's been enabled by technology, it holds great promise. And I think the victories we're seeing with the Insurance Institute and with the policy changes recently in Europe, such that these things are now going to be incorporated into safety assessments, having anti-drunk driving technology in cars, that's going to make a tremendous difference. And so I think we need to be fully supportive of this technology. I'm as much an advocate of personal liberty as anyone else, but there is no right to drive drunk. There's no right to drive drunk and put other people's lives at risk. So I think we need to encourage the adoption of this technology. Honestly, I think that the promise of autonomous driving in general has the potential to substantially reduce and maybe ultimately eliminate driving-related deaths on our roads, which amount to 40,000 each year. So I think the future is a hopeful one. But I again just want to say thank you so much for all of you. I know how difficult it is to share your story every time you do and to relive the horror that you had to go through. But many, many lives are being saved as a result. And I look forward to continuing to work with you in every way we can to make sure that at some point in the not too distant future, there is no parent in this country who has to go through what you went through. Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take that from me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Representative Kiley. Really appreciate that. Next, if there are individuals, and I know I was with a lot of them today from New Mexico, if you would please come forward if you choose. We'd love to have you join us from New Mexico. So we are so excited to have Senator Ben Ray Lujan here tonight. Several of us were in a meeting with him today for quite a while, and there were a lot of stories shared, including his own. I want to say that, you know, we talked about Representative Debbie Dingell. I think in the Senate there's no greater champion for, as you all know, for implementing the HALT Act than Senator Ben Ray Lujan. And he comes at it very honestly, because not only is he deeply concerned about your own stories and your own personal tragedies, but he has his own experiences that I know drive his passion for this. Even if it didn't affect him, he has already seen and understands the importance of getting the HALT Act fully implemented. And he knows the importance of continuing to pressure everyone who's involved to make sure that we can get this done as soon as possible. So I want to say a personal and professional thank you to Senator Lujan for the time he spent with us. He spent incredible time not only with families from New Mexico today, but also from families from Ohio. He was willing to listen to anybody and everybody who has a story to share, and that's how deeply committed he is to making sure that the HALT Act gets implemented. Please give him a round of applause. Senator Lujan, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stacy, thank you so very much. You know, the work that I guess I should just start like by saying it's hard to see you all. You know, I don't know why this happens every time I talk about this stuff. You know, I was one of the folks blessed by God to survive someone meeting me at night with a vehicle. Some of you that I've had the honor of meeting, you know the story. It's similar to those that you've shared with me. I shared with everyone today that for me it was 30 years ago. Half a mile away from my home, coming back from a city basketball game. And I was hit head on by a drunk driver. You know, those of you that haven't had a chance to walk around and look at all those photos, take a moment, because you won't forget it. And I know the families that are here with the stories that you shared, the portraits that you have in front of you, the families behind me. And Elisa, thank you for the courage to be here and share your story. And Lorenzo, wherever you are, it's okay to be angry, man. It's okay. The Martinez family, lifting the story up of Andy. Dad played a little song for me today. Well, the family played a song for me. You know, Andy had a lot to share and say before we lost him. As was shared, I also had the honor to meet some new friends today that came up from Ohio. I see Andrea. She's lucky to be with us still here today, but she has a story to tell. You come up. Yeah. What I learned today from Roberta and Tyler, Carity, about Robert, who we lost at 20. Look, I'm a Democrat. Others that have spoken are Republicans. This isn't about party. This is about doing the right thing. You know, when I had the honor of working with Rick Scott, and we passed this legislation in the United States Senate, and Shelley Moore Capito now, who has been a godsend with her voice and speaking up for families from West Virginia, I want to send my love out to someone that I understand just chatted with you all, and that's Debbie Dingle. Debbie does everything with courage because she cares, and like you said, she has a heart to move an important piece of legislation. And look, I thank God that President Biden signed the legislation. But I'm also going to be critical because that was years ago. And there was no reason that under the Biden administration, under Secretary Buttigieg, that this was not finalized. Now, some of the staff that may be here representing those offices, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for your compassion and for your knowledge and all that you have done. But you know how many people have died across America because we have not gotten this fixed. And don't tell me that it cannot be done. There's cars already in Europe that are rolling around with this technology. I mean, heck, some folks came to talk to me about self-driving cars again. Self-driving cars that have cameras inside them that can follow your eyes. They can tell if you doze off. They can tell if you're looking at your phone instead of looking at the road. And all of us have GPS on our phones. Don't tell me you can't geofence and tell someone that they shouldn't be driving the wrong way on an 8-lane highway. That they shouldn't be driving the wrong way on an on-ramp or an off-ramp. This is simple. And to everyone from the auto industry, whether you want to raise your hand, because I know you're here, I want to say congratulations to you as well, because the folks that you have been working with that are displayed with some of the vehicles around me, you know the technology exists. What Matt has been telling us for years, the technology is real. People have patents now. The folks that sell the major auto parts to these companies, they own the patents now. So President Trump, you can be a hero today, man. And again, I'll remind you, that's a Democrat saying it. The Secretary of Transportation can be a hero by just doing the right thing. The team of lawyers and those that understand the data help do the right thing. Put this on a path to success so that we can make the next step and then we can move on and we can look at other policy. But look, to everyone here, thank you for having the courage to be here and my friends that are here with me, thank you for having the courage to share your stories, because I told you all today, I stopped talking about what happened to me. I couldn't see images. Today, I couldn't see an image of a car because it took me back. MADD reminded me that the telling of these personal stories saves other people's lives. And that's why we're here today. So you all, we're close. And I know we're not going to finish until this happens. Let's get it done. And so look, to each and every one of you, I'm a person of faith. I'm here today because someone gave me a chance. Those of you that are not of faith, I apologize if I offend anyone. I just want to say God bless each and every one of you. I don't know a lot of you. I'm going to pray for you. One of these days, our worlds will intersect and we'll get to know each other well. And Stephanie, you're going to bring us back when this thing gets over the finish line and it gets published. And every auto manufacturer in America has to make sure that this technology is included in every car. Everyone, I love you very much. My prayers to you, my strength to you. Thank you for having the courage for being here. Thanks for having me here. Thanks for letting me do my part. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yep, standing ovation. Well deserved. I got it. Next, I want to just ask, are there any folks from MADD New York, from New York? New York? Anybody from New York, please come forward. So next we have Representative Laura Gillen, who represents the 4th Congressional District in New York, here to just share with us a few words. And we got a lot of New Yorkers. Yeah, New Yorkers are in the house. Okay, let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm a little short for this podium. So my name is Laura Gillen, and I represent New York's 4th Congressional District on Long Island. It's the South Shore of Nassau County. And just looking around at the candles that I see tonight just fills me with sadness, because I know that each candle represents unimaginable loss and families ripped apart and personal tragedy, which is a tragedy for not only your families but for our country. Earlier today, I met with several of the people that we see here and just heard their heartbreaking stories of loss. And personally, like, I think back to, I still remember it, the 4th of July. I was away visiting friends and got up to have my morning coffee, and the New York Post was on their kitchen table, and I saw the cover story about Katie Flynn, who's a 5-year-old flower girl who was traveling with her family home from a family wedding and died a gruesome death because of a drunk driver who crashed into their limousine, killing the driver and killing this 5-year-old girl. Her mother was my classmate in high school, and now her brother is my son's friend. And I also remember reading the story about a Boy Scout doing community service on the side of the road. His family's here with us tonight. And I told these folks here, I'm so sick. I feel like every week in our local Long Island paper, I read about another person killed or injured because of a drunk driver. And it doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen. This is a problem that we can solve. And we can solve it in this Congress.
Yes.
So I am proud to represent Long Island and everybody here, because I do represent my district, but I also am a voice for all Americans on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. And since taking office, my priority on this committee has been pushing for policies that will keep drivers, pedestrians, and passengers safe. And when Secretary Duffy came to appear and testify before the T&I committee, I spoke with him about the need to keep drunk and impaired drivers off our roads. And I spoke about the HALT drunk driving law, which I think Congresswoman Dingell just spoke about. I championed this bill. It passed with bipartisan support more than 4 years ago. And as all of you know, this bill will help and require new vehicles to be equipped with anti-drunk driving technology, which could have saved more than 10,000 lives each year since it was passed. But it's been held up in the DOT. And I'm proud to say that in my questioning, I directly put Secretary Duffy on the spot and got him to publicly commit to seeing that this life-saving technology is implemented in manufacturing going forward. And I'm proud to say that I have gotten reports back that DOT is working on this and implementing this policy right now, and I will not continue to push. Secretary Duffy did give me his personal cell phone number. I'm not going to share it with everybody today, but I will use it if I need to. So, drunk driving is the leading killer on America's roads. There's so much more that we can do to save lives. I'm sorry that this technology was not implemented sooner to save your loved ones, but know that your loved ones are in my heart, and in my role on T&I will not stop fighting for this issue to make sure that we can keep our roads safer for the rest of us who are here, and to champion your issue in Congress, and again, to honor your loved ones who are lost. In their memory, maybe we can save some other people. So thank you so much. Feel free to call my office anytime. It doesn't matter if you're from New York 4. This is an issue I care passionately about. I've got my wonderful legislative assistant, John, here. He is, I think, taking a picture somewhere. Oh, no, he's over there chatting. He doesn't know I'm calling him out, but he is helping me lead on this issue. And if you can't reach me, you can reach him or one of my other legislative assistants. Even if there's an... Thank you. Yes. You're getting a lot of praise, John. There he is over there. So we are here for all of you. Please, if there's anything, and your stories, sharing your stories is so important, because that's how we can build up unbelievable support to make people. Sometimes you have to shame people into doing the right thing, and I'm not afraid to do that. So keep sharing your stories with me, and I will continue to fight for you. Thank you all.
Well, thank you. Is it still on? Oh, it is. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Now, finally, we'll hear from Rena Abbas-Taylor, who you all know very well. Rena has shared her story, and we always are so grateful when she's able and willing to come back and share her family story with us. Rena's family is the namesake for the HALT drunk driving law. HALT is an acronym, and the Abbas family name is a part of the HALT name. So, Rena, thank you for being with us this evening, and we would love for you to come forward and share your story. Thank you. Love you so much. Absolutely.
Good evening, everyone. I'm a bit low energy at the moment. Forgive me. We think every victim and survivor here feels that today. We've had quite the emotional 2 days telling our stories, talking to other victim survivors like ourselves, learning about the beautiful lives that have been taken from this world as a result of this senseless act that is preventable. And I am a bit depleted, but I am no different than every single person who has been knocking down doors on the Hill today, talking to their representatives, telling their story, reliving their trauma over and over and over and over again. Let me tell you, to have to revisit the most painful, destructive part of your life over and over and over again for the sake of helping to save lives of others, there is nothing more noble. Because of each and every single one of you decided today to pack it all up and go home or just forget about life, it would be okay. You get that pass, yet you choose. You make that choice every day when you wake up to fight this battle. For me, for those who are not familiar with my story, on January 6, 2019, I lost my sister and only sibling, Rima Abbas, her husband, Isam Abbas, and their 3 children, Ali, Isabella, and Giselle, who were 13, 12, and 7 years old at the time they were killed by a wrong-way driver on I-75 in Lexington, Kentucky. Everyone was killed instantly, including the wrong-way driver who had a blood alcohol level of nearly 4 times the legal limit. That man should not have been breathing, but he was operating a vehicle going in the wrong direction. Within 2.5 minutes of him driving down that freeway, there were 22 911 calls before he hit and struck and killed my family. These are the stories we live with, you know, the ifs and the buts and the whys. Sorry. We're just really tired. We're tired, but, you know, we're bloodied and bruised, but we're still out on that battlefield, and it's really beautiful to look out and see people who have had the worst of the worst happen to them, who have lost the most precious things in their lives, the most precious people in their lives, and they wake up every day and they fight that fight and they meet with who they need to meet with, and they are willing to be used to reach, to be a means to an end, really. And I don't think there are humans more noble. And I'm going to take a minute. We've taken a moment, and I know y'all hate this because I hate it too, but I need to do this because you guys are the strongest soldiers and warriors I have ever come in contact with. And I know we took some time to recognize our beautiful family members who are no longer with us. I want to recognize the warriors who made this happen. Those victims and survivors who bloodied and battered got this law passed and are still doing whatever they need to do today to make sure the rule is implemented. Please stand up and give them a round of applause. Everyone, please don't be shy. Stand up. All of y'all in red. Up, up, up. You deserve that recognition. And as much as we hate it, we all do. This is not a thing we want recognition for, because we wish we didn't have to be here. As beautiful as it is to see all of you here, it is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Walking through those rows and looking at those pictures and talking to other victims and survivors and witnessing this collective moment in history, truly. I, like my friend Bill Bronrot, wherever he is, who's a MADD OG, liken this place to, this is sacred ground right now, where these photos lie, where our loved ones are represented. It is sacred. They are sacred. Every single life is sacred. This is not something that discriminates. It doesn't have a color. It doesn't have an ethnicity. And honestly, every single one of us, whether by 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, will be impacted by drunk driving at some point in our lives. In fact, I'm not much of a math person, but, sitting here with this sign staring me in the face throughout this program, I couldn't help but crunch some numbers because that's how I measure my time now. I've said this time and again to legislators, to others who tell us, well, we just need more time. Oh, that just sounds like you need more people to die before we can make this happen. It is not okay. And so when I think of just the hour and a half that we've been sitting here talking and speaking about this issue, 63 people in the hour and a half in this country have either been killed or injured in the time we have been seated here. Every moment, every second that passes means that we are not holding life sacred. There is absolutely no reason. We had an incredible meeting today with some incredible victims and survivors with Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. I gotta admit, a little intimidating going in because you never know how you're gonna be received. And what was meant to be a 15-minute meeting turned into an hour meeting with the secretary staying there with us, asking us questions about our loved ones, making promises that we have not heard. And I'm gonna consult my notes here because I think y'all deserve to hear exactly what happened. So from this 1-hour meeting, Secretary Duffy has tasked his NHTSA team, including incoming Administrator Morrison, to do a complete evaluation of the state of various technologies. He's committed to maintaining an open and honest line of communication and working with MADD and industry to drive progress. Morrison and the other officials in the meeting are clearly supportive of our mission and sympathetic to our cause. We must remain persistent and remain engaged, but there is a genuine opportunity to partner with Duffy and his team, an opportunity that hasn't been made available to us prior to this. This is huge. It's incredible. And honestly, I've been engaged in the fight for 6 years. I did not choose this battle. It chose me. We don't choose our battles sometimes. That's okay. And this is the first time that I've been to DC and I have felt a type of momentum or electricity, energy in the air around this law, around HALT, with not just the victims and survivors, with the legislators, with the people charged with doing the rulemaking. The writing is not just on the wall, it's everywhere right now. You are making a difference. Thank you. Please don't stop. God bless. I'm going to call Stacy back up here.
Thank you. That was so great. Awesome. That's so great. You are awesome.
One more thing for you to say.
Okay.
Do you see your phone?
No.
You don't have your phone?
Yep, I got it.
Jonathan Morrison was here. He'll be confirmed next week. And
He
Peter
was here?
Simshauser was here.
Oh, they were here?
Yep, they were
They
here.
didn't want to say anything?
They didn't. They couldn't.
Okay. Yeah. So we do want to close tonight. I do want to say that just a little while ago, the chief counsel for NHTSA, who joined us last night, Peter Simhauser, and the incoming administrator, who will soon be confirmed, Administrator Morrison, Jonathan Morrison, were both here and heard a lot of what was said and chose not to speak, but they were here, and that is quite significant, I would say. So we want to thank them. We'll thank them for being here. They were checking y'all out. I think that's what it was. So we're going to close out this very powerful two-day commemoration, and we're going to continue to reflect on all the words and the stories we heard tonight. Very powerful. And we're going to turn all of these words into action. We've been doing it, and we're going to keep doing it. So we hope that you all have had a chance to learn. I hope that you won't ever have to hear anybody say, well, is the technology here? To which you will say, heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's right, Priska, that's right. Heck yeah. Because you've seen it. It's here. You've heard about the progress that's being made in this country and in other countries as well. So there's no denying whether or not this can happen. It will happen. And, you know, obviously it's one thing to talk about innovation, but it's certainly another thing to see it in action. We also invite everyone to get and to stay involved with us in many ways. Through your advocacy, volunteerism, giving is also very important. We want to continue to encourage that as well. Continuing to educate people and build awareness. Use your voice. Use your platform. Your voice makes a difference. Together, we're honoring MADD's 45-year legacy, and we are rededicating ourselves to the future that we're building together, one with safer roads and no more victims due to impaired driving. I want to invite you all to stick around until the lights go down or the sun or whatever this is, clouds, darken a little bit, because it will be simply beautiful here. And obviously all the pictures that have been laid out are there, and I want you all to spend some time seeing all those pictures that are here. We have hundreds and hundreds of them, and they're honoring each life that's so precious. And each family has dedicated so much to making sure that their loved one is honored here. So please, please spend some time giving honor to our loved ones that we're recognizing tonight. But please also remember that these lights that we're shining here are also for the 10,000 lives that we will save once we have HALT. Come on, light. Once we have HALT fully implemented. Hopefully somebody's light is working. Mine's not working. Oh, at the bottom. Oh, I was disabled. There you go, Alex. She's always got my back. Thank you, Alex. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for spending the last 2 days with us. We do want you to enjoy the rest of the evening, and we want you to get home safely tomorrow. And please continue to work with us. We're going to continue the war rooms. We're going to continue the effort, continue to make progress, and keep you all updated on things as we move forward. So thank you all, and have a great evening.
Hello, can you guys hear me? No?
What do you need to say?
The announcement that I put in there.
Oh.
That was the other one. I like you to say. Do we need to tell them to put it back on?
Yeah, if we could get the microphone back on.
Yeah, we need it on. At the end of the evening.
I see.
Yeah. All the way at the bottom.
It was not user error. Your candle did not work.
I know. Oh, it didn't.
No.
Oh, thank you.
It should be on.
Is it on?
Should be on now.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're ready to leave, one last announcement. When you're ready to leave, please feel free to take the photo of your loved one with you when you're ready to leave, okay? Thank you.